Right, hi. I'm actually broadcasting from the Mug and Meeple Direct today. I'm not allowed to go live, unfortunately, don't have enough YouTube subscribers yet. But I am, put a bit more light on this, just a little bit, touch more. Right, I'm going to open one of the Crimson Vow pre-release decks and just build a pre-release deck. This is something I can use to play against people later on this evening when they come in for the first pre-release, which we're running at 7:30. It's also a good chance to look at what you get in the pre-release deck, and also just gives you an idea of how I personally would build a pre-release deck. I'm not an expert. I am in no way a great player. I'm just a local player who enjoys playing Magic. So you know, you can take everything I say with a pinch of salt. But yeah, effectively, this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to have a look at my promo first, just because, you know, I'm excited to see the new cards and I'll see what I got. And I got Dominating Vampire. Okay, so there are a bunch of other things in here which we're not going to use. The card that's interesting is that I got a Dominating Vampire. Obviously, it's a foil stamped pre-release card. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of vampires you control until end of turn. Untap the creature, it gains haste. Now, I actually really like these 3 mana steal your guy or your opponent's guy in limited. I think they're uber powerful and often overlooked. So there's a very good chance I'm going to play this if I can, because I think it's very, very good. This does mean, however, I'm obviously going to be keeping an eye on the number of vampires I open. So let's put that here. Now, at pre-releases at the Mug and Meeple, we ask people to open their booster packs rather sharply, like the first thing they do before doing anything else, just so that we can remove the rubbish that generates and get it out of their way. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to open my booster packs straight away before I start looking at my cards, and get them laid out here. And then once the rubbish is out of the way, we'll start looking at the boosters.
Switch that to defense. This can make a second attack. No, this can make a second attack.
Okay, here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at the rares, and I'm also just going to pull out the tokens, etc. and land. So, ooh, that's quite nice actually. I like that card from way back when, but that's not the rare. It's a nice foil. But so this is, we've got a red rare, so we'll put that to one side for now. We'll have a look through those in a second. Same thing here, we'll pull the tokens out, and we got a mythic, a Cemetery Prowler. That seems pretty good. Pull those out, and we've got Consuming Tide.
It can be destroyed by card effects, cannot be destroyed by battle.
Another foil, but not a relevant one, so we just get rid of those. And we got a Runo Stromkirk, which is nice. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for 1 or 2 more. No, 1 more. Sorry, 2 more. That's another foil. And get rid of those over there. We have Olivia's Attendants. And finally, we have Headless Rider. Okay. So I'm going to have a quick look through these. Let's pick up the Mythic first. As a Mythic, it should be paid attention to. So 3 power for 3 mana, that's pretty good. 3/4 with Vigilance for that mana is good. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. I assume that's going to be good in this format. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card type they share with cards exiled with Cemetery Prowler. That seems really good, because essentially I am going to be probably exiling instant sorcerers and creatures, which is also what I'm going to be playing, and they're likely to share 1 creature, 1 cost with those. So this is basically acceleration as well. So I love that card, that's really good. But it is the only green mythic that we got, only green sort of rare mythic rare we got. Black blue, let's have a look at this. So 1/4. When Runo Stromkirk enters the battlefield, put up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. And at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If it's a creature card with mana value 6 or greater, transform this Okay. And then flying 3/5, that's not bad. For how much mana? 3, okay. Whenever Crotho's Lords of the Deep attacks, create a tapped attacking token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. If that creature is Kraken, Leviathan, is that a Kraken, Leviathan, or Octopus, or Serpent, create those. This feels like a really, really good commander card for those tribes. It also feels like if I was playing blue-black, and I was playing a deck that was kind of stalling to make bigger creatures, this would play really well on first reading. Library, the other card is creature card, 6 or greater, transform this. But it still puts a card, I mean, it's still 1/4 flyer, it still puts a card on top of your library. If you can get it to transform, it's really good. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm less excited about that. I don't know whether it's just the colours or the fact that its base power and toughness is 1/4. It's probably amazing. I don't know. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control. Return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hands. Then you draw a card for each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. That's a nice come from behind card for sure, and probably combo-tastic with a load of other stuff. Not excited for it in limited myself. 3 power for 3, but 1 toughness. When Headless Rider or another non-token zombie you control dies, create 2. So that's quite nice. That's similar to the enchantment that was in Midnight Hunt, but it's a 2/2 black creature zombie, so it's not even a decayed creature zombie. So I like that. That's pretty good. Hero's Downfall is just a good destroy spell. 6/6. When Olivia's attendance deals damage, create that many blood tokens, and you've got a machine gun. Wow, you've got a machine gun. So for 3 mana, you can just do 1 damage to any target. I love machine guns. Machine guns, repeatable damage is really, really good. So I'm loving this. And also, I'm just looking at this. I'm tending towards red-black before I've even looked at the rest of my cards. Whenever Ill-Tempered Loner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. That's not too bad. You can pump it. That's not too bad. It's a 3/3 for 4. But it flips. Whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, this deals that much damage. That sounds very good. Very excellent stall mechanic as well. So okay, so that's pretty good. I would definitely play that. And we've already said we like this one. So we're already liking red-black. I'm going to put those to one side for a second. Now I'm going to take everything else and I'm just going to put it into colours. So first thing I'm going to do is just put everything into colours to make everything just a little bit easier for us. So it doesn't really matter about these piles. Let me get rid of all of this. So we're just going to put everything together. Put those over there for a second. Okay, right. So chuck all these into colours, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each colour. I'm probably going to start with the colours that I'm already tending towards and crossing my fingers and hoping that they have enough gas in them to build a deck. Trust my luck, probably be absolutely nothing in those colours. As I'm dealing these out, you're probably going, oh look at that, oh look at that, that's really good, you could play that, and I'm literally just not, I'm ignoring the cards and just literally putting them into their colours. I like those, the Fang treatment, I like that, that's pretty good. Oh, that's in the wrong part, get it right. That's interesting, got a red-black uncommon, that's not too shabby. Put that over there. Have a look at that one in a second. That's nice, always good to have one of those. Never hate that. And that, okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at this. It's 3/2 for 2, that's good. And you get a blood token. Sacrifice it, target creature gets -X/-X until end turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control, activate only as a sorcery. So this is a creature, a really good creature, and also removal, so this is playing into what I want. I'm just going to have a quick look at this, because this could be splashed for, so is it any good? 2/3 life ring for 3, At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may be 2, if you do draw a card. It draws cards, so that's never bad. It's also a vampire. Maybe. depending on how many we get out of things, that's definitely a maybe. Okay, so let's have a quick look at these cards. I'm one of these people that unless something does something to the board, I don't tend to play cards. I'm, probably wrong in this. That goes over here. So this is probably a better card than I'm going to do, but I'm probably not going to play it. Unless I go some sort of blood strategy, I'm probably not going to play this one either. 1/4 for 3. It's just not aggressive enough for me. I like aggression. 3/3 for 4 with menace. That seems good. You create a blood token. It's a vampire. This looks really good. You can sacrifice blood tokens to make it bigger. I like that. 5 mana for 5 power. That's not too bad. You can exploit it, and it gives you each opponent sacrifices a creature. That's could be useful. It's a bit of a win more mechanic. If they only got 1 creature, you're probably winning anyway. I don't know what the token prevalence is like in this thing, but it's 5 power for 5. It's fine. So what I'm actually going to do is put stuff I'm probably not going to play, stuff that's fine, stuff that I quite like here. And we'll just see what the piles are like at the end. 2 power for 2 mana. At the beginning of your end step, if you discarded a card this turn, you transform it. 3/3, when it attacks, defending player loses 1 life, you gain 1. Its flipped form is good. I don't know about discarding cards. It depends on whether I'm discarding stuff or not. I don't know if I am. Exile target zombie, target opponent. Again, doesn't do enough to the board for me, so that can go. I'm not going to read every card, by the way. I'm just going to show the cards. You can read them for yourself, or you probably know these cards. So do excuse me not reading every card. I'm just reading them quickly to myself, and then I'm going to decide where I want to put them. So Blood Fountain enters, create 1 token, sacrifice it's up to 2 token cards from graveyard to hand. I don't, because it gives you card advantage, I don't mind it. It also creates a blood token, but I think it's definitely in the middle. I prefer it to be a removal spell or something like that, so we'll see. This is 3 damage for 2 power at instant speed. To target human creature, but then for 3 it's target creature, and you gain 3 life. I like this. I think this is removal. It's fine. Mind Leech Ghoul, 2/2 with exploit. 2/2. Again, depends on whether I'm discarding cards. Enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -2 if the opponent controls no other creatures. If that opponent controls another creature. That doesn't sound particularly good. It's 4 power, 4 mana, so it's fine. Another hero's downfall. Excellent. Which you control dies. Transform it. It's a 2/2 for 3 with lifelink, which is okay. It's a 4/3. I like this one a lot, actually, because I think this is going to flip. The other ones I'm not sure if they will definitely flip. This is usually a useful effect. Some sort of repeatable, I can exploit this and get it back. So this makes the exploit better. So I quite like this. Despite it not being particularly powerful, it might drive some of the other mechanics. So we'll go with that. A 6 mana destroy spell is not ideal, but it's a destroy spell, so it probably will get played, but we'll put it there for now. So, bearing in mind we're going to count in these 2 spells, it looks like in black we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 very playable spells, and another 7 reasonable spells. So that's quite a good balance, so I don't mind that. I'm going to leave those there for now. I'm going to put these other cards aside. Now, I think in truth, I would probably do this process a lot quicker, but obviously having to explain it on camera, it's a bit harder. I'm just looking at the size of these piles as well. Red seems very thin, so we're going to have to see what the quality is like. It's possible that we might ditch the red, but there's some good red here. I really like the red, but anyway, we'll see. So just make some space. So 2/6 for 4 defender, daybound. It probably becomes something amazing. It's a 6/6 that attacks each turn table. Honestly, unless I'm playing some sort of stall game and making bigger creatures, I'm not that great. I'm not that enamoured with that. 1/1 vampire that creates a blood token, does 1 damage. Is fine. It's not very exciting. It's an extra vampire. I'll leave it there. When this enters the battlefield with X counts on it, I like those kinds of things because late game they're better than they are early game, but you can play them well, you can play it on turn 3, and it's not great on turn 3. If damage would be dealt to Magma Pummeler while it has a +1/+1, prevent that damage. Oh, it's got the Phantom ability, which is cool. So instead of taking damage, you take off a +1/+1. Oh no, that many. Sorry, so it's not the Phantom ability because it's that many +1/+1 counters. But it does deal damage to any target, so this doubles up as a burn spell. So I quite like that. I would almost definitely play that. It's expensive. It does 3 damage to any target. That's not terrible, so I think I'm probably going to put that there. But I quite like, actually, that one I could put there. Target creature gains trample and gets X, where X is number. Unless I've got tons of these, this one by itself is probably not good enough. Although it does draw you a card. It's +1 and 0 and trample. It goes there for now. This is fine. Again, it doesn't do enough for the board, so it's kind of like just drawing 2 cards. So I put it there for now, but it's a fine card. Okay, so this is a vehicle. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. It's effectively crewing it, but crewing it by just tapping 2 untapped creatures. I don't hate that. 5/5 with trample, with a crew of 2 anything. Seems fine. It could even go here. I'm going to put it there for now. 2 for 3/1. I like 3 power for 2 mana all day long. But anyway, let's see what else it does. Voltaic Visionary deals 2 damage to you. Okay. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you play a card exiled with this, transform it. Okay. So you only do that once. And you're only activating it as a sorcery. 4/3 that can't block. Don't hate it, actually. I quite like it. I'm just going to put it there. It's a very, very small Pyroclasm. I'm not loving it. It can go there. I don't know if I would play it. So these 3 mana nick your creature stuff, I really do like these. I rate them quite highly. Probably wrong to do so, but I quite like it. 4/4 with Menace. For 5. And just battlefield create 2 blood tokens. So it's literally just a 4/4 for 5 with Menace. It's not terrible. It goes here. 3/3 for 3. That's not bad. Sacrifice 1 or more blood tokens. Target creature can't block this turn. This ability triggers only once. Oh, that's a shame. Use turn. So you can only do that once. I don't hate it. It's a 3/3 for 3. It's fine. And 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker if that creature is exiled. Yeah, so it's a shock. That's fine. Okay, so if we were looking at our good stuff that we really like, I'm going to include this and these in this. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Bear in mind we're looking for sort of approximately 23 cards. I think that's fine. I think if I weren't doing this on camera, I would absolutely go and look at those other colours, because some of them look like they've got quite a lot of meat there, and there's probably loads of really good stuff in here. But because I'm doing it on camera, I'm literally just going to build it nice and simple with the 2 colours that I've decided to do, just to keep it nice and simple and nice and quick. So we're also going to quickly look at my artifacts. Get rid of that as well. And we're going to get rid of these 2. So 2 mana, draw a card, sacrifice it, target creature can't be blocked this turn. If it's a vampire, it gains lifelink. I think that lifelink might be an interesting thing, given the number of vampires we're probably going to play, but I don't know if I will play that. When Lantern of the Lost enters the battlefield, exit target card from a graveyard. Something to bring in against people that are playing with stuff in their graveyard. I don't seem to have lots of graveyard text, so it doesn't really affect me. Add 1 mana of any colour, exile target card from a graveyard. Again, this actually seems much better because of the acceleration and because of the like being very specific with the exiling. So I quite like that. I feel like some of these graveyard cards are much better when the Innistrad dual double feature comes out, where you can interact more with Midnight Hunt, which seems to have more graveyard stuff than this one does. Haven't seen much in these colours anyway so far, apart from my skeleton that comes back. But I quite like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to include this one just in case I want to play it, and I'm going to get everything, even the cards that I'm not keen on, and I'm going to separate them out into creatures and everything else. And in actual fact, I'm probably going to chuck all 3 of these in to my non-creature pile. So sorcery, sorcery, sorcery. I'm going to count this as a creature. Sorcery, sorcery, artifact, instant, 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 sorcery. Okay, so there are actually, like this thing, you could also count as kind of like a non-creature in your counting, but for the moment I'm going to keep everything simple. So I'm definitely going to play that. I really like Shock. This is a removal spell, this is a removal spell, this is a removal spell. And bearing in mind I'm only playing 6, so already I like all of these. So the bar is pretty high, so that's not high enough. This is possible, that's also a destroy spell. This is okay, it's a shame I don't have more. This is a Pyroclasm, I could bring it in against certain people with playing specific decks. Not going to play this, not going to play this, not going to play this. I'm personally not going to play this. So the one out of all of these that I like is this. So I think my choice is very simple for non-creatures, which is these 5 plus either one of these, and it depends on what my mana curve is like. If it's quite high, I might play this one. If it's not so high and I'm making creatures, this can be a nice surprise for later on. But I quite like this. But we'll see. Okay, so potentially, so we've got 7 there, of which we'll play 6 of them. Now what I'm going to do, to make a bit more space, is I am going to put these into a mana order. So I'm going to say that this one, the minimum you want to cast it is probably about 4. So for X is 2, which is not great. In fact, actually probably even 5, I would say. So I'm going to make this a 5 drop. So I'm going to put my 1 drops here. I'm going to put, sorry, 1 and 2 drops here, 3 drops here, 4, 5, and 6 and above. Okay, just to get an idea of where everything fits. So I don't know where I'm going out of camera here, so I apologise if I am going a little bit out of camera. So 3 can go there, this is a 5, this is a 3, this is a 6, that's definitely out of camera, let me bring those down. Okay, so 1, 4, 3, 4, 2, 2, 5, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so we've got to get this down to 17. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So everything else is spare. So we've got another 6 spare. So we need to remove 6 creatures. I think this is going to be fairly simple, actually. So we like this one, we like this one, we like this one. These 2 are possible outs. They're 2 ones for 2, and I don't know that they're going to flip because I don't think I've got any discarding effects. It's a shame because they're quite not too bad when they flip. 2/2 for 2 with an annoying effect. I'm going to put it up here. I quite like the fact that this creates a blood token, so I'm going to keep that for the moment. Okay, so these are 3 potential ones to take out. So this has got an interesting thing to do with blood tokens. This one transforms, that's fine. This makes zombies, that's fine. This is fine, we already know. This is a potential one to come out. I'm going to put it there for now. I'm not keen on this one, so we'll take that out. This is the 1/4 that creates a blood token. Maybe, not sure. I only need to find 2 more though. This pumps, I like that one. We like that one.
I've only got half hour to leave, so I
Enter the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 if that creature. Yeah, this doesn't feel that great, I've got to be honest. It's a 4/2 for 4, but the 2 toughness is not great. Oh, this is also a bit pants actually. This is the 2/6 with defender that needs to flip. It's not a vampire, it's a werewolf. So okay, so that's my 6. I've taken 6 out, so let's keep going. 4/4 for 5 with menace is fine. This one is fine, we know. 5 mana for thing, that's fine. Yeah, this is all fine. So the only question really is, do I splash for this? Because currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I've got one more slot. I can splash for this. It draws cards. It has lifelink. It's kind of unexciting. I could play both of these instead. In fact, you know what? I'm sort of tempted to do that. So we're actually playing 16 creatures. We're playing 7 non-creatures, 17 lands, one of which will be an Evolving Wilds. Okay, so I've decided on my deck. I'm now going to put everything together in by colour, and I'm not going to care particularly what they are, because now we are on to landing the deck. Okay, so I'm just going to bring something in at this point. So this is my draft kit. I'm going to turn it on its side so you can see it. This is something that we make in the Mug and Meeple, and you can buy these from us. These draft kits, it's just the box that we sell. And they actually have space for, I should say the engraving on this is something that I chose, but we can talk about what engraving you'd like. Buying the box comes with some engraving, not a ton, but some engraving, so you can get sort of 2 things engraved on the sides easily. So this fits these 40 card Ultimate Guard boxes. These are the, what are these? These are the boulders, 40 card boulders. And so in mine, I've got 10 of each land in there, which are already sleeved. I've got all the tokens from the last set, so that's going to be a bit of a problem for this evening, but some of them will be the same. I'll probably look through this and see if I can track down the right tokens, but I like to have all the tokens from my draft kit so that I can play any card. I've got the actual right token for the thing, so that's in here, plus a few extra clear sleeves and such. And then in this one is just some sleeves to put my deck in. When I'm playing, if I have to move around significantly, I can chuck my entire deck back in here, and it'll be fine. The spare cards, so what I'll do is I'll take the land out of here, spare cards will sit in that one, that'll go back in here, tokens will go back in here. And I can move the thing around just by picking up this box, which is quite nice. And obviously some dice and some counters and what have you, all of which we sell. Okay, so first things first, I am just going to sleeve this up because we're going to do a lot of manipulating with these cards, so the best thing to do now is just to sleeve them. So while I'm saying this, if you're interested in coming to any one of our events, there's a calendar on our website, mugandmeeple.co.uk. Just go to our events page, our events calendar, and you'll see all the events that we have on in the store. We've got pre-releases on all weekend. If you want to come and join us, there'll be space in all of the pre-releases. We always buy the maximum number of kits so that we can accommodate anybody that comes along. Tonight's Friday Night Magic, which starts at 7:30, will probably be the busiest. That and the Sunday afternoon one. We also do some Two-Headed Giant on Sunday afternoon, so our 5:30 pre-release on Sunday will have a normal pre-release and a Two-Headed Giant pre-release. So if you want to play some Two-Headed Giant, that is definitely the way to do it. Okay, oh hang on, we'll keep going. Not done yet. So, just funny enough, I was just playing a deck with Heroes Downfall in it the other day. It's kind of cool to see it back in the format. I do like Heroes Downfall. Okay. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the ratio of red to black. It's interesting because I thought black was the easily the most prevalent card, but actually it looks like red is going to be, which is interesting. So we've got one. We're going to count the pips in the corner of the card. So we've got one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 black versus, he says, throwing cards on the floor. Bear with me. I must retrieve this card. Okay, you know it's live if we're doing it like this. Right, okay, so 1 red. I forgot how many black now, so I think it was 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. So slightly more red than black. And also, just have a quick look at the number of cards. We've got 5, 10, 11, 5, 9, so just slightly more red. If I was doing a 17 lands, I would easily split this 9-8. As I'm doing 16, my question is whether to do 9-7, no, hang on, yes, 9-7, or whether to do 8-8. I'm actually going to go with 9-7, and the reason is I've got a number of 1-drops in here that I would want to get out first turn, so I kind of want to overvalue the red a little bit. And I feel like I've got more doubles. Is that actually true? So I've got a double red there, double red there, double red, and 2 double reds, 3 double blacks. Yeah, so it's 4-3, so I feel like I need to have slightly more red. So I'm going to go with 9 mountains and 7 swamps, which I am going to take out of the correct box. Here we go. Right. So 3, 7 swamps, and 4, 7, 9 mountains. Okay. Oh, put that back in. Right. So should be 16 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to count these on camera so you can see it. 17 with that. And then we should have 40 cards in total. So that will make me up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's because I have not put that in a sleeve. Poor lonely artifact got missed out. Okay, so this is my pre-release deck. And this is what, if I get to play someone this evening, I will actually play against them. Why am I building it now? Well, I'm building it now so I can show it on YouTube, but also I'm building it now because I won't have time with people coming in if I'm helping them get to their tables, etc. So build it now, get it out of the way, and then I can help later on. Obviously wouldn't do this for a normal tournament, but pre-release is pretty casual, and I know my players won't mind me doing it this way. So let's put those to one. I'm going to deal the deck out so you can see it just one last time. I'm not going to do this really slowly. Or not really slowly, but you know what I mean. I'm going to do this at a reasonable pace so you can see the cards that I'm playing one after the other. And, you know, by all means, tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what you would have done differently. I mean, obviously, looked at the other colours is probably one thing you would do differently. But, yeah, tell me what you don't like about this. Tell me what you would have done differently. What card did I miss? What card did I overlook? What power? Would you have splashed Markov Purifier? All of these are questions which you can quite happily answer in the comments. Anyway, do have fun at your local pre-release and go to your local store and have a game, and I wish you the best of luck.